On a fog-heavy September morning off the Oregon coast, veteran crab fisherman Ethan Mallerie felt something was wrong long before he saw it. The ocean was unusually calm, flat, silent, almost holding its breath. He had spent 15 years working these waters and had learned to trust his instincts, even when they made no sense. So when he pulled up the last trap of the day and felt an unnatural weight dragging at the winch, he knew this wasn't going to be a normal catch. As the trap broke the surface, Ethan's heart seized. Something was moving inside, slow, deliberate, and unmistakably alive. At first he thought it was a seal or a sick fish tangled in kelp, but when the slime-covered creature pressed its long fingers through the cage bars and lifted its head, Ethan stumbled backward, dropping the trap with a shout. The creature climbed out on its own. It was nearly the height of a grown man with stretched gray skin, ribs protruding like armor plates and gills pumping along its neck. Thin, tattered fins hung from its arms. Even its face seemed caught halfway between something human and something that should never break the surface of the sea. Its mouth hung open, with jagged teeth dripping with black seawater. Ethan scrambled across the deck, slipping in puddles, screaming for help, although no one else was aboard. The creature hissed, its voice echoing across the empty water. But for a moment, just a moment, it didn't attack. Instead, it stared at him with a strange intensity, as if trying to judge whether he was a threat. Instinct took over. Ethan lunged and grabbed the creature, holding it like someone trying to restrain a panicked dog. Its skin was cold, so cold it burned, its claws scraping against the boat railing. It twisted violently, screeching, and Ethan felt certain he was moments from dying on his own deck, far from anyone who could save him. But then the creature suddenly stopped struggling and lifted its head toward the ocean. That's when Ethan heard it, an impossibly deep rumble rising from beneath the waves. The surface of the water began to swirl, the boat rocking as something enormous shifted below. Ethan stared, breathless, as a massive dark shape rose just enough to distort the waves. The creature in his arms released a soft, almost sorrowful cry, and in that moment Ethan understood the truth. This wasn't an attacker, it was a child, and whatever was rising beneath the water was its mother. Without thinking, Ethan pushed the creature toward the edge of the boat. It instantly leapt off the deck and plunged into the sea. The moment it disappeared into the water, the ocean went still, completely still. The giant shape sank quietly out of sight, leaving Ethan alone on the deck with nothing but the subdued hum of his engine. No splash, no roar, no signs of hostility, just silence, as though nothing had happened at all. When Ethan reached the harbor, he told no one he'd seen, not his crew, not the Coast Guard, not the marine authorities who would have dissected the creature before they even asked questions. He simply went home, locked the door, and stayed away from the ocean for months. But 3 weeks later, a research station detected something strange, an underwater call unlike any known whale or marine mammal. It echoed at irregular intervals, mournful and deep. Someone eventually compared its frequency to audio recorded on Ethan's boat that same morning. It matched perfectly. Last month, Ethan finally returned to the water, not to fish, but to place an empty crab trap gently into the sea. He said it felt like a debt he needed to repay. 2 nights later, the recorder on his boat captured a faint tapping on the hull, slow and rhythmic like a gentle knock from below. But when Ethan stepped outside to look, the ocean was perfectly calm and empty, quiet, as if the water itself was watching him. And then, just like that first day, the sea went silent.